right, folks. So here we go. For one night only, September 27th, 2018, Fathom Events is holding a one night only showing of one of the greatest animated movies of all time. That's right. I'm not talking about the Michael Bay crappy movies of the past 10 years. I am talking about the original, the masterpiece that cannot be rebooted or duplicated. I am talking about the 1986 version of Transformers the movie. Yes, I am talking Leonard Nimoy, uh, Judd Nelson, probably one of his best movies ever. Orson Welles, okay? I'm talking, they actually used pretty big names here. I'll provide the link below. But when I say this is one of the best movies ever, this is not a lie. Okay. Now I'll tell a funny story here. Is when I was a huge fan of the Transformers back in the '80s. I used to watch it every day after school, and of course, one of the things that annoyed me between Transformers and GI Joe was the fact that these guys shot each other every day for half an hour, fighting, and there were really no casualties. Nobody got hurt. Somebody would get ripped apart, but eventually at the end of the episode, everybody was okay. Then I heard that Transformers the movie was coming out. Sorry, and all of a sudden I heard that all the rules were off. I mean, we have some of the most brutal kids animation I ever saw as a child, and I still enjoy as an adult. It didn't treat children like morons. Okay. Now, when I talk about some of the deaths here, I'll show some clips here, but one of the best deaths was for Ironhide right at the beginning of the movie.
No! Such heroic nonsense.
This kind of told you that this movie was not playing around. And, I mean, everybody dies. Okay. And, I hear later on it was because of toys or whatnot, but it was just freaking cool. Just watching it and just seeing that some of your favorite guys were gone and not coming back. And of course, the biggest death of them all were, Optimus Prime. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler considering, the movie's 32 years old. But anyway, this movie was exceptional. So if you guys want to go see it in the theater once again, go to Fathom Events. I've seen the ads many times at the theater. I've never gone to a single one before, but from my understanding, this is going to be pretty cool. Along with this movie, I think they're going to do some behind the scenes with the composer Vince DiCola. If you don't know who he is, look up his name in IMDb. You'll see he was part of quite a few 80s movies. But also, we have one of the best cheesy 80s songs of all time. You can't miss it. But our very own Stan Bush, who sings The Touch. And so, for those of you who know that song, yeah, the song just popped in your head. And if it didn't, here you go.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah.
That's right, The Touch. And then, not only do we have one of the best 80 songs of all time, we have one of the best lines ever stated in movies.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
That's right. One shall stand, one shall fall. I've tried my best to imitate it. I'm just okay at it, but it just says everything. It just says, dude, yeah, it ain't gonna happen today. So anyway, like I said, the movie is awesome. I enjoyed watching it as a kid, And what was even funnier is I remember as a teenager in high school seeing the movie again. I believe I found it on VHS in the corner of some thrift shop or whatever. And I fell in love with the soundtrack all over again. And I remember dragging my mother all throughout the malls of Hawaii through the used record stores. And I finally found it. Um, I think if for those out in Hawaii, there was a store called Jellies, and I found it. And it was like after going to four or five of them, and I finally found it, and I bought it with what little money I had, and I think I still have that cassette today. For those folks that still believe in cassette players. Anyway, so I wanted to get your thoughts on Transformers the movie. Is this something you're excited about? Something you would be interested in seeing? Hell, I just bought the Voltron Lego set. It would be just as cool to have a Lego version of Transformers. Give me Optimus Prime. You know, that'd be incredibly awesome. It doesn't have to actually transform, but if it did, that'd even be cooler. Okay? And like I said, this is even better than the most recent movies that have come out. They're all crap. Not a single one of them is any good. Maybe the Bumblebee one coming out might be halfway decent, but all of them uh, just fail in comparison to this movie. And if you don't agree, that's fine. We can all have our own opinion on it. But like I said, tell me what you think about seeing Transformers the movie one night in the theaters. Are you gonna go? Or if it's not playing in the area, would you like to go? Let me know. I like talking to you guys. Anyway, I have my tickets. Go out there and get yours. And I will say, when I purchased my tickets, I wasn't the first one to purchase them, and my theater was halfway empty when I got mine. So if you are going to purchase your tickets, go out and do it now, because before you know it, they're going to be gone, and you're going to be sitting at home watching, Transformers Dark of the Moon or Fallen or one of the other stupid sequels out there. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Like I said, go to fathomevents.com and go see Transformers. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.